So today is day 15. Yesterday, in day 14, we added shims to put, so we're going to put some paneling, some decorative finished paneling behind our peninsula. We added the platform. This one does not have it. We did not put a space for a toe kick, and this one we did on the other side. So you'll see there's 3 2x4s. That gives us our 4.5 inches. Each 2x4 is 1.5 inches tall. So that gives us our height to be level with the rest of the other countertops, the base cabinets. The other things that we did was we put the dishwasher, the stove, and the refrigerator back in. So what I would recommend is before you put the stove all the way back in, if you need a plumber or a electrician or any qualified professional, make sure to check the connections and use, for the gas, you can use like the soapy water technique. If there's a gas leak, the soapy water will bubble up. But check all your connections, your water connections, your gas connections, before you put the appliances all the way back in, because you don't want to keep bringing the appliances in and out because you may damage your cabinets. The other thing with the refrigerator, we checked the water line at the bottom. We put the electrical back in so it's plugged in, and then we move the refrigerator back into place. It got a little difficult because the refrigerator cabinets, ours is a 36-inch refrigerator, and the cabinet above is also 36 inches wide. And the refrigerator walls have to be very plumb because there's no gap in between. So maybe my recommendation would be to build the cabinet with the walls and make sure that it's plumb with the refrigerator before you put the rest of the cabinets in. What we did was we put these cabinets in first, and then attached the wall to this cabinet, then attached the top cabinet to the wall, and then finally the wall to the other cabinet. So just make sure when you're finally done to make sure that the walls are plumb, and dry fit your refrigerator in before you kind of finish up the rest of the wall. So that's it for day 14. Day 15, we're going to put the beadboard paneling on the island and the finished paneling on the peninsula. Blaine is adding liquid nail to the back of the island cabinet so we can add our beadboard. He's using a no-drip caulk gun, which is a few dollars extra, but I would definitely recommend it. And if you click the link below, my channel gets a couple of pennies, and it's no extra charge to you. Blaine's using a finishing nail gun to tack the beadboard to the back of the island cabinet. It's just to hold the board in place until the liquid nail is dry. So today is day 16. Yesterday in day 15, we added the finished board on the back of this cabinet, upper cabinet. We also added 3 faux doors. These 2 are the real doors for the other cabinet. We also added the corner pieces and the toe kicks. So that's the toe kick for the bottom of the real cabinet. And these are the toe kick, the corner molding here. We also added a faux door to the side of this cabinet. We finished adding our toe kicks underneath all our base cabinets. And we added a beadboard for our island. So there's beadboard all around, and as well as our corner trim molding here. Today in day 16, we are adding outlets. So we've added 2 outlets here, and we used an extension box, a box extender. So this box extender is pushed out based on the depth of the counter of the backsplash that we've picked out. And then also we are slowly going around adding the outlets. So a good tip is to make sure you label your outlets. There's a line and a load for the blacks. So the line is the power coming into the box. The load is the power going out of the box. You also have your whites that are neutral and your copper wires, bare copper wires that are grounds. So if you've marked the lines and the loads of the black wires, it makes it easier to put a GFCI outlet in or any other outlet. For regular outlets, you don't need to really necessarily know the line versus the load. But for this one, for a GFCI outlet, it's the one with the red and the black buttons. What it does is a ground fault circuit interrupter. So if there's any surge in power, it will cut it off at the outlet, at the plug, instead of in your breaker box. For these, there are specific lines. So the power coming in is the line, and then the load. So the load is right now in this yellow sticker. So how do you identify what is a line versus a load? So if you want to get a, if you don't feel comfortable, you can get an electrician to come in and put these outlets in. But the best way to do it is be careful, but with the power on, you check to see, if you had it labeled, which I do with this blue tape, I know where all these wires are coming in and going out. But if you use a volt tester, you can see that there's no power coming into this black wire. There is technically no power coming out of this black wire, but because it's so close to the other one, which is the actual line. So this is the power coming into the box or the line. So I've labeled it. So I'm going to hook that black wire to the line on the, there's a gold side and a silver side. So the silver is the neutral. The gold side is the black line. And then the green on the bottom is the copper for the ground. So today is day 17. Yesterday and today we've been working on the under cabinet lighting, which I've just finished. We've also started on the trim, and we finished all the electrical for the outlets, and also we cut a hole in the island and added a receptacle to include the conduit down here. So we added a piece of conduit. The coolest part about the project so far is the under cabinet lighting. Echo, turn on cabinet lights. So now all our cabinet lights have a smart switch, which we've included here. And this smart switch also activates the cabinet lights on the other side of the room. They are not connected in one long circuit, so that's how we were able to bypass that. And then we also added the underlight sink. Echo, turn on sink light. So now we have the sink light above, also on a smart switch. So these are the things that we've done on day 16 and 17. And I think tonight we're going to start on the cabinet doors, adding knobs and handles. And also we put in shelving. So this will be the end of day 17, and we'll move on to day 18. Blaine is using a pin nailer. So a pin nailer is smaller than finishing nails, and he's using the pin nailer to tack the Scribe molding to the toe kick.